welcome to Pure Dog Talk. I'm your host, Laura Reeves. We are at the AKC National Championship presented by Royal Canin. Of course, Pure Dog Talk brought to you by the Arrow Media Group. And we have, like, the coolest guest maybe ever. We have Jerry OConnell is joining us, and Jerry has been now a fixture at the dog show here in Florida.
Yeah, I don't know how that happened, but it really did.
And it's fun.
Oh man, I love it. It is just, it's so joyous. It's I got to tell you, I really hadn't been to a dog show until I came last year to the AKC National Championship presented by
Royal Canin. Beautiful.
And it was just, it blew my mind. It's so cute. It's so adorable. I can't believe how obedient, how well trained, how well treated, just how much fun it was. You know, I mean, just to give you an example, we're here in Orlando. We're staying at I don't know why I'm giving them a plug, the Hyatt. And
They're nice.
I was in the elevator, and there was a couple with a bunch of Brussels Griffon. And Brussels Griffon. Sorry,
Very
I
good.
apologize.
Very good.
So sorry. I'm embarrassed. I can't believe I just said that on Pure Dog Talk. That just goes to show. I'm out of here.
We're helping you. We're helping you.
And people were talking in the elevator, and they said, "Oh, well, we didn't. We're not competing today. Our dogs didn't make it, but they look great, and we had a great time." And I was like, "That's what it's all. There are no losers here."
That is the great thing about a dog show. There are no losers. So, have you picked your favorite breed? Now, I'm told that you just got a couple new dogs.
We have a couple new dogs. We got a new Great Dane.
Nice.
It's a big dog.
Yes, it's a big dog.
It thinks it's a little dog. I mean, this is terrible to say on Pure Dog Talk, but it has full access to couches and chairs.
There was a Catahoula leopard dog just here, so you're good.
And so I have to sit on the floor. I mean, it's back to like nursery school in my home. I'm like Indian. I'm like crisscross applesauce on the floor. And we also have two German Shepherds.
Yes.
That we got through a breeder in Oxnard County, a woman named Debbie Inglis. She's great. We love her. She's very helpful.
Shout out.
That's not a plug. She's just a friend of ours. I don't know. But we also adopted a Saint Bernard Pyrenees mix.
I think I saw a photo of that.
Yes.
Now that's a lot of dogs.
It's a lot. They're all big dogs. Well, we live in a pretty rural area. We live in Calabasas, California. It's pretty rural, and we just like having big dogs. You know, there's coyotes out there and stuff, and people do have trouble with little dogs and letting them out around there. And we just love big dogs. We can handle them, and they're a lot of fun. And
you have children.
We have two children.
They're great with the children.
Just amazing. Just I couldn't imagine a childhood without a dog. You know, my parents, I grew up in New York City, didn't allow us to have a dog well into my childhood. And you know what? It was a bummer. I'm sort of mad at my parents that they did that. You know, soon to be parents out there, I'm looking at you. Like, come on. I mean, there really is no greater feeling than watching my children cuddle with one of our dogs and watching our dogs put up. And oh gosh, when my kids were babies, our dogs really put up with them. They were highly annoying to them, like pulling, grabbing, trying to ride. Yeah.
So we did some good education, right?
Well, my dogs were way more patient than both my wife and I were with our children. If my kids did to me what they did to my dogs, I would have bitten them hard. I would have broken skin.
Yeah, no, that would be bad. That would be bad.
But it's been super cute. It's been a lot of fun.
Good.
Now, that said, there's no way any of my dogs will be here at the AKC National Championship presented by Royal Canin. I mean, I don't even want to bring them around. I was shocked to see that some people bring their dogs as sort of spectators.
Typically, the people who are bringing dogs that aren't entered, the dogs cannot come into the actual show area.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you will see a lot of dogs competing in agility that maybe aren't as glamorous
Right.
as the ones who are competing. I mean, they're
Right.
still beautiful animals,
Right.
but they aren't quite as coiffed, right? These are the athletes.
Their hair isn't did. I totally get it.
No, they didn't get to go to hair and makeup.
Right.
Yes,
right.
neither did I. So I'm saying.
I got my hair done this morning by a dog groomer, by the way.
Good job. And I have mine cut at the dog show all the time.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm completely free of flea and ticks.
Awesome. Okay, so you got to participate last year in dock diving, I heard.
Yes.
And so what was your favorite participation sport this year?
The agility stuff is really fun to watch because those dogs are so into their owners and trainers, and it's just as a dog owner, as a very casual, non-professional dog trainer. I got the tube and stuff at my house. I tried to get my dogs to do it. They did not break any records, trust me. Took about an hour to get one of my dogs to go from one end of the tube to the other. It was only a 6-foot tube. It's really fun to see just the obedience and the yearning to please their trainers and owners. That's just, it breaks your heart. It just makes you so happy. And that said, there's really no sight quite like seeing 20 German Shepherds all lined up, being all good boys and girls. It's really, it's
very
really
impressive.
It's really quite a sight. And whether you're, and it doesn't even matter the breed. We saw, 30 Irish Wolfhounds all lined up yesterday, and you can't help but feel like, man, I want to be a part of this club. Yeah. I want to get an Irish Wolfhound and come party with all you. So it's really quite a sight.
Excellent. And so you are able to visit with each of the winners.
Right.
Yes. And so you get special dispensation.
Well, I mean, as and I've said this before. So I'm not a dog specialist. I think the AKC, Royal Canin, and Animal Planet bring me in as sort of the person who's going to ask the questions that maybe the people at home want to know,
right.
Because I personally don't know.
Right.
But man, I've been so fortunate with my access to getting lessons from AKC judges as to how to show a dog. I mean, I think I could bring one of my dogs and show them now with the education I've received over these last 2 years. There's no chance I'd ever win, but I think I could pull it off.
Okay. All right, that's good.
Oh man, I got a lesson yesterday. It was so funny. The part of the lesson that really kind of freaked me out is that a lot of the trainers, and I notice this now, take the treat, whether it be liver or steak or something, and when they're handling the dog, put it in their mouths. So that's pretty crazy.
It is crazy, and this may be more than you want to know, but many of the women who show dogs store their bait in their bra.
I did notice that as well.
And then they take it out, and then they give it to the dog.
I noticed that as well. I luckily also wear a bra.
Okay, good.
But it was tough because it's a sports bra, so like I can't get in there.
Tough to get in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
No, I did notice that as well. But all that said, these dogs are so gorgeous. And then when you go see, after the best in breed, the best in show, and you're in the ring, I mean, I don't know how they choose between these dogs. One is more beautiful than the next, and as far as I'm concerned, they're all winners.
Absolutely, absolutely. Okay, so best.
It's impossible to be in a bad mood walking across that floor.
Absolutely.
I don't want to make everyone cry watching your podcast. Not that I'm a depressed person, but we all go through periods where we're blue. Mm-hmm. If you are, you should really just come to the AKC National Championship presented by Royal Canin and just walk across the floor or
watch it on Animal Planet.
And it's really impossible not to smile. I mean, it's a really fun event.
It is a lot of fun.
And a fun balance of good times, dogs, trainers, owners, everybody having fun, but also a competitive spirit. So it does get a little competitive out there. I've been backstage or behind the curtain a lot, and I find myself not wanting to goof around because it's showtime.
They'll
you
get
know?
you. They will get you.
I don't want to mess around with
Right.
with what's about to happen.
They take it very seriously.
Of course, as they should.
As they should.
Lots at stake. 50 grand.
$50,000. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. All right. Well, Jerry, I know you have a ton of stuff to do today, and they're keeping you hopping.
Yeah.
So,
Come by our place. I mean,
Yeah.
you guys are nearby.
yeah, absolutely.
You won't.
Well, she is.
You won't see any like really well-behaved animals, but you'll see what happens when you allow complete chaos in your home.
It
with,
looks a lot like
with
my
the
house.
dogs.
It's all good.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Jerry. Appreciate it.
Thanks.
Have a great day.